Mga higala, kumusta ni napunta ni ato ang matagabi nga tulumanon panglantaw sa kagabion. Pero sa dili pa nato sugdan mga igsoon, ato sang i-shout out ni ato ang mga likers, mga masugid nato nga tagasunod sa ato ang programa panglantaw sa kagabion. Mr. Johnny D. Samonte, Pastora Sheila Maris Haranilla Makigaangay, Igsoong Juvie Baang, and Junri D. Samonte. Daghang kaayong salamat, Mr. Junri D. Samonte, sa imong pagsunod sa ato ang live matagabi panglantaw sa kagabion. Mga may gabi mga kaigsuunan, labi na gyud sa naakaron sa ato ang live. Welcome na usab sa panglantaw sa kagabion. Ang inyong gabi nga kasaligan nga tinubdan sa kamatuoran, pamalandong o paglaom. Tonight, we venture into deeper waters, a realm where politics meets international law, and where truth tries to cross borders, literally and spiritually. Recently, Attorney Cristina Conti, legal counsel for the families of alleged victims of the extrajudicial killings, EJK, voiced a statement that pierced the conscience of many. According to her, the attempt of former President Duterte's camp to submit a report to the International Criminal Court (ICC) committee through a Senate initiative is only clouding the judgment of the ICC judges. She said, parang lalong ginugulo kumbaga ang utak ng judges. Itong kasong ito ay nagsimula lang dahil sa away politika, pero sa totoo, ito ay nagsimula sa isang krimen na ginawa ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte di umano. Dili ni away sa politika lang. Kini kay mahitungod sa dugo nga nitulo sa kinabuhi nga nawala, sa pamilya nga naputol ang kalipay. Attorney Conti further emphasized how important it is for the victims' families to see justice served not through revenge, but through accountability. The hope that Duterte and his allies, no matter how unreachable they seem, will someday face the consequences of their actions. Let us pause for a moment, mga tigpaminaw. Ato daw pamalandungan. This is not just about Duterte. This is about a system, a pattern, a culture that allows impunity to thrive and justice to be delayed. For years, mothers buried their sons. Children cried for missing fathers, and communities lived in fear, all in the name of discipline and order. But when blood is spilled in the name of peace, can there ever be peace at all? Proverbs chapter 21 verse 15 reminds us, when justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1 to 2 declares, Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees, depriving the poor of their rights and withholding justice from the oppressed of my people. Tonight we must reflect on this sobering truth. Real justice is not political. It is moral. It is eternal. It may be delayed by bureaucracy. It may be resisted by power. It may even be ridiculed by public opinion. But justice will always find its way because the cries of the victims do not vanish. They echo in eternity. Bisan og walay hustisya karon, ang langit nagtan-aw. Ang katawhan naghinam-hinam. Ug ang kamatuoran dili mapugnan. Now imagine you are one of those mothers. You watched your son dragged out of your home one rainy night. You never got a case number. You never got an apology. Just a body. Just silence. Then years later, you hear that the very man who authorized such policies is trying to dodge international inquiry by offering a political report. Is that justice? Or is that a cruel reminder that the poor remain voiceless and the powerful remain shielded? The International Criminal Court, flawed as it may be, represents something that transcends national politics, a belief that no one is above the law. It tells dictators, generals, presidents, and kings, you must keep your country's courts, but not the eyes of the world, nor the judgment of truth. Ang gahom sa kalibutan, kutob ra sa ilang termino. Pero ang hustisya, walay katapusan. Tonight we must also ask ourselves, what can we do? We can demand transparency. We can support organizations that assist the families of victims. We can speak up when propaganda tries to drown out the pain. We can pray for justice, but we must also work for it. To our leaders, if your conscience is clear, then cooperate with investigations. Let your innocence shine under scrutiny. But if you resist, if you hide behind technicalities and theatrics, then you invite suspicion. To the public, do not let the fog of political loyalty blind you from the suffering of your fellow Filipinos. Justice is not red or yellow. It is not liberal or conservative. It is divine. To the victims, your tears are not wasted. Your pain is valid. Your courage is noble. And one day, the dawn will break and your stories will be heard. We end this episode with a solemn thought. We are not only judged by how we treat the powerful, but how we stand for the powerless. Let us be a nation that heals by fixing its wounds. Let us be Christians who do not just quote. Let us be Christians who do not just quote Scripture, but live out its call for justice and mercy. This is panglantaw sa kagabhion, diin ang kahayag sa kamatuoran mo at bisan pa sa kangitngit. And tonight, we have seen again that the night is long, but hope is longer. Kini inyong higala, igsuon o galagad, Jeremias Labaho Tubigon, sa makausap pa mo ingon, sa atong pagpangandoy ug matarong na katilingban. Ang kamatuoran kayod ang atong suga. Ug sa kangit-ngit sa kasaysayan, ang tinud-anay nga pamunuan ang labing hayag nga paglaom. Daghang kayong salamat sa inyong pagtanaw. Shout out Ma'am Rowena Sumandag. Ug sa uban pa nga naa sa ato ang live nga dili nato makita sa screen. Kini inyong igsoon sa mga kausapan mo ingon maayong gabi ug ang Dios magapanalangin kanatong tanan. Daghang kayong salamat.